So hello everyone. My name is Dr. Ore Makinde, and I'm so glad to have you at this meeting this evening. We call it Boost Your Confidence, BYC. It's a meeting that has been designed to boost your confidence in making a positive lifestyle change. Many of us have been following Lifestyle Champions International, a non-governmental organization and a non-profit organization that was launched barely a month ago. That was on the 13th of September 2020. And what is just in our hearts is how we can promote wellness and a good health-related quality of life among Nigerians in particular, and even to go across the borders of the world. So we know that Nigerians are in Nigeria and also in other parts of the world. And we know that we have friends, we have loved ones who might not be Nigerian. But we want everyone to know that adopting a healthy lifestyle is the approach to maintaining a good quality of life, especially as regards our health. You can make a choice, and that choice will determine how you feel every day of your life, every moment. What you've decided to eat, what you've decided to drink, how well you sleep, how well you maintain your relationships, how well you're able to cope with stress. All those things determine how well you feel on a daily basis. But today, I have with me in the house someone very dear to my heart, someone very special, and her name is Ore Kolade. She's going to be introducing herself shortly. She's been a source of inspiration to me. She might not know that, but well, she has to know. And I'm going to be inviting her to share her weight loss story. I'm sure all of us are wondering what that is about. What you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. She will tell us what has been happening in the last 1 year of her life. And I hope that that will inspire you to make a concerted life change as well. So join me as I welcome Ore Kolade to share with us this evening. Hello, sis.
Hi, hello, hi sis.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So I'm going to make it short. It'll just be about a 10-minute, talk. No slides or anything. It's just a informal discussion, and then we can have some time for questions. So, by way of preamble, I wanted to just mention three key points. The first thing is that I'm not special, and my weight loss journey is not special. I'm sure that even here, we have people who have embarked on weight loss journey of their own, and there are thousands of people across the world who are doing the same thing. And if you're struggling with weight loss, hopefully my story will encourage you that you're not alone and that you can also do the same. The second thing I wanted to say is that this is not about fat shaming, or body shaming. It is not helpful to make fun of people because of their weight or their size. We are all created in God's image, and we are beautiful and we are valued regardless of what weight you are. The goal of this discussion is to build your confidence, to take the first step. So if you've made it, if you think, you've assessed and there's a need for you to lose weight, then the goal of this discussion is to build your confidence, to take those first steps, or to be consistent in the steps that you are taking towards weight loss. And then by way of introduction, the third thing is that there are no magic bullets, there are no fast track options.
It's magic bullets I want to.
Sorry, oh. No, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it requires hard work. And so the basic science behind weight loss, like most of us know here anyway, I'll be saying things that we're already familiar with, is having an energy deficit. So basically your energy expenditure must exceed your energy intake. So I mean, there are other factors that affect this. So like your sleep, stress, impacts on weight loss or weight gain. There are other factors. And then, of course, we have hormonal changes, we have illness and all of that. But, at the very foundation of weight loss or weight gain that's a basic science about energy intake and energy expenditure. So I'll expatiate a little bit more about that and how it applies to me. So, right, my own journey. So there are 3 things you should know about me. I think some people here already know me well anyway, but if you don't know me before, then there are 3 things you should know. I enjoy eating. Ore Kolade likes to eat. I like trying food from different cultures. In fact, my sisters know when they, I like, when it comes to, okay, go to a restaurant somewhere, go and eat some Nando's, order pizza in, I like eating. I think the only food I don't think I like is sushi, but I like food. And I also have a sweet tooth. I love snacking. So it's a triple whammy. I like eating biscuits, chocolates, sweets. You get it, you get the idea. And I'm sure that, some people can identify with that. I like eating and snacking. So the second thing you should know about me is that my background is in nutrition. Yes, my first degree is in human nutrition, and I have a master's in public health. So you think with all this knowledge, I should know better now. However, like we know, theoretical knowledge does not always equate, to, making the right decisions about a behavior change. So unless you have that motivation, it's difficult to implement behavior change. And the third thing, for those who know me, is that I've always been on the plump side. I've never been a lekba person. I think Tolu, now. I've never been lekba.
I know now, that's right.
I
said I was listening.
I've always been, I've never been on the slim side. I've always been on the plump side. And actually, most of my adult life, I've tried to lose weight. So you could say, really, I've been maybe on a weight loss journey, for most of my life. Even though I haven't really followed any specific diet out there like Atkins or Keto, whatever it is, but I've always, tried to count calories or what am I eating, look at the back of a biscuit packet or how many biscuit calories is that. But one thing is that it hasn't been sustained. So I might lose weight only to put it back on, and even more than I lost it before. So what has worked for me then? So first of all, to say that the principles of weight loss apply to everyone, most people. And I'm not advocating that you replicate what I'm saying. I think it's important to find out what works for you as an individual. The first thing is motivation. The start of any weight loss journey starts with motivation. Some people is because, they want to have a bikini body. They want people to look at them and say, look how fine she looks. Actually, I've not had too much of a problem, with what I weighed, I mean, there are times I would say, all right, you need to lose weight. But, I was quite comfortable with how I just felt, it's fine, it's okay. The turning point for me in my weight loss journey was last year, November, when I stepped on the scale. I mean, I don't step on the scale very often. I just say, it's okay. I'll just hide the scale. So, we do that sometimes, don't it? So long as we don't look at it, it doesn't bother us. I stepped on the scale and I said, wow, I had gone from overweight to obese. And I was the highest that I had been weight-wise post-pregnancy. And I thought that if I didn't do something about it, then there'll be serious health implications. So things like I'm climbing up the stairs. I mean, it's just one flight of stairs. I'm already huffing and puffing and panting, and that I need to take, urgent steps to be able to at least, I'm not aiming to be a slim person or like that, but at least to be fit, physically fit. And I thought I need to take some steps. So what did I do? The first regular and consistent exercise. Like I said, it's not there's no fast ways to this. I was exercising regularly and consistently. First of all, I built walking into my daily routine. I aimed for at least 10,000 steps a day, and I will build it in, whether, instead of taking the bus somewhere, I'll walk to the city center or walk to my daughter's school instead of, getting in. I'm not driving yet, so I will just walk down and then ask my mom to pick us from there. And, so I was just ensuring that I built walking into all of my daily routine. Come rain, come shine, I made sure that I did that. And I explored other kinds of exercises, for instance, YouTube videos, like all this dancing workouts and all of that. And there are things that I thought I could not do. So for instance, if you had asked me 3 months ago that, oh, all right, let's go for a run or let's go for a jog, I would tell you, me, I can't jog. If I jog for 1 minute, I'll be like, but you know what? There was a neighbor of mine who would tell me that, oh, she's going for a run or a jog. I'll be like, so she's jogging for 1 hour. I said, how can you jog for 1 hour? How is it even possible? How is it physically possible to jog for 1 hour? So there was an app I came across, an MHS app called From Couch to 5K. And I thought, you know what? Let me try this thing and see if it works. And I started small. You would jog for 2 minutes, walk for 1 minute, and then they'll build you up gradually. And this morning, I jogged for 5 kilometers. 3 months ago, I could not do that. And one thing I've learned is that sometimes we don't know our own strength. We don't know our own capabilities until we've tried. And that actually applies to anything in life, So it's about trying. I mean, jogging might not be your cup of tea. Okay, maybe you have weak knees or whatever, but you need to find out what works for you and stick to it and do it regularly and be consistent at it. I mean, there are times when I just don't feel like going for a walk, but I think, Ore, don't break this. I think I'm quite a competitive person in that sense. I join all these competitive things like Samsung Health, where they will say reach a target of 200,000 steps. There's one I'm doing right now of 200,000 steps a month. And so that also keeps me going as well when I say, okay, there's a way to track my progress. And then food. Food was a tough one for me. Like I told you, I love eating. So even when I was exercising regularly, all the gains of the exercising was lost because of all the snacking and all of that. So, and one thing that's important to know is that as we grow older, our body's energy requirements decrease. So say you were eating the same exact portions you were when you were in your early 20s. You put on weight. It's a no-brainer because when we're younger, the energy requirements we were more active. But as you grow older, our body needs less. And so really we need to eat less. And so I've tried to do various things to reduce my intake. So I've mentioned about tracking my calories. Sometimes we don't actually know how much we're putting in our mouth. You put a big bowl of eba or pounded yam in front of you. And then you say, I think, it's a balanced diet. But actually you need to reduce that portion of the carbohydrate, the about pounded yam or whatever it is. And when you do all the analysis, you find that, actually, I'm really consuming a lot. So sometimes it's important to track what you are eating and see actually if 2,000 calories actually isn't what, even that is what is what generally people say, 2,000 calories for women. But actually for women of our age, we need less than that. So it's important, to track and say, okay, actually, what am I putting in my mouth? Some things that have helped me also, I've eliminated some certain foods. Well, not eliminated completely from my diet, but there's some things that you put in that you eat, like biscuits. Like you can open a packet of biscuits and just start eating and eating and eating. So there's some things I've tried to eliminate or take just when occasionally. Okay, and then just make occasional treats. And then I've reduced the amount of carbohydrate I eat. So have just a maximum of 3 portions a day of carbohydrates. And you'll be surprised about how much actually 1 portion of carbohydrate is. A lot of us end up eating 10 portions of carbohydrates a day without knowing it. And the carbohydrate converts to sugar, which is what gets deposited as fat in our bodies. And so I focus, I feed my plate a lot of vegetables and protein. One thing that's also helped me actually in the last 3 months is intermittent fasting. And that is limiting my food intake to between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And that's really helped me because I've eliminated a lot of snacking. When you are after the day's work, I want to watch some TV or something, and then you get a bowl of biscuit or popcorn. That has knocked that out. So after 6 p.m. or 6:30, I don't eat anything. I just brush my teeth and drink water, and that's really helped. So what have I learned? Sorry, I think I'm going a bit over. My journey hasn't ended yet because it's a lifestyle change. It's not something that, okay, you do and it ends there. It's a lifestyle change and I need to be consistent. But I've learned that going about weight loss the right way builds your confidence. And every milestone I've achieved, it has built my confidence the more. I've looked back at the hard work I've put in and felt a sense of achievement in what I've achieved. I've learned that you need to set short-term and realistic and feasible goals, achievable goals. So first of all, I decided, okay, let me lose this amount first, and then let's see, I'll go on to the next stage. Once you achieve your initial goal, you can then increase or reset your goal. So, or for instance, you could say, let me start by walking 20 minutes a day. Once you're doing that comfortably, move ahead, increase your goal. So I know you want to know how much I lost. This time last year, I was almost 12 kg, over. And in the last, between November and now, I've lost almost 12 kg. And I'll just, to end, share my screen to show you okay. So that was, yes, that the picture before and after. You can see, what the change has been. So, okay, I'll stop there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so delightful listening to your story. I know it's far more than what you've told us, but because we want to compress it into just a few minutes so that we can have specific questions from all of us. So I guess I'll just leave the floor open. If you have a question, can you just raise your hand so that we can take it one after the other? But you would have noticed from what you have shared with us, the first thing is nobody is being shamed because of their weight. And at a point in time, even when she was overweight, she felt good within herself. And the second thing is when you are going to make a lifestyle change, there is something that strikes you, something happens that strikes you, that makes you decide to make a lifestyle change. So you could even hear everything that we've just discussed here this evening, and that might not strike you as being different or new. And you could go away from here with the same mindset that you had. But if you get to that point where you feel I need to make a decision, then that's the way forward.